Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the new capture listing inside of Worksoft Analyze. To start out, I created a capture here. This happens to be a web application for SAP Fiori. I then am going to name it and send it up to Analyze. So when I click Save to Analyze, I have it set so this will go into the cloud-hosted Analyze. And my capture listing here, if I just hit 30 minutes, it'll refresh and I can see here's the capture I just did. I can see information about it, the different activities, and I see it actually automatically generated a document for me. So let's start there. So if I'm interested in figuring out what this looks like, if I click the PDF, what I can see is I'm running the best run company, and I now have documentation created. And sometimes we call this a GenDoc. What this does, it shows me every window and every button and item I clicked, and it shows me actually all the data associated with it. The narratives are auto-generated, so you can see that you input 1710 to the sales order, 10 into the distribution. So this is great to document the business process, or if you think about an Agile team, how do I handshake my documentation to the other parts of the organization? Training needs to know about this, business compliance needs to know about this, and then my developers need to know about it also, right? They're going to build my automation. Now, I'm wondering how similar are my different captures? Like, are these different? So if I come over here to say custom, I'm going to say, let's go back to January and say, what are all the things I've captured out here? Okay, there's lots of things. I've done work and other people have done work in the system, but how similar are these? So if I say, show me by repeated steps. So this is very specifically how many of these captures have the exact same steps. This is a candidate for a data-driven test. So that's pretty cool. My order 23 had 6 other items that looked like it. I can actually generate the documentation like I auto-generated. I can create my automation, so the Worksoft Certify process, and I can also export data. So what happens is when I say export data, it will go through all of the similar captures and create a CSV file. So I can see this is the information that I've entered, the different purchase order numbers, reference numbers, and data. Well, this sets me up perfectly to do a data-driven test, because the good thing is I've observed a user doing this and I know it's valid data. I can do this for any of these. This lets me create very data-driven tests, but I don't have to worry about, is my part in the specific warehouse, is my sold to, my shipped to parties the right things? I can do some math and make up funny data, but that doesn't mean they'll actually work. Looks like I actually need to use TG29 and TG22 as valid parts for the sold to and shipped to parties in those warehouses. So great value there. Well, what else can I do? Actually, if I look at the activity flow, I'll see there's actually 27 people did the same activity flow. That means they did the sales order document, and the overview. They may not have done the same steps, but they're very similar. So I can create this documentation also. Sometimes I just want to know how many of my things are duplicate. If I activate my captures, it'll limit it and show me just my captures here. So I actually have done the similar order 13 times. I've done these bike paints not so many times, other times more times. So the idea is I can actually go through and search any date and time. I can find mine or other people's captures, and I then document my business processes. We find this is a huge accelerator for people, especially when they're doing a new implementation. Is if you're doing bodies of work, maybe they're stories or small monthly increments, it allows you to document those processes, use them for automation, use them for training, use them for compliance. You extract the data and then put that, so you start building automated tests, and you build tests that are more reusable. Thank you very much.